The column, which was headed towards the town of Osipovice in central Belarus, included about 30 vehicles, including Chekan armoured vehicles.
Czekany
Chekans are such trucks, armoured vehicles, such a locally Russian equivalent of the US MRAP mine-resistant vehicles, so they are armoured vehicles to provide protection for the personnel being transported. In fact, it's not even a worthy opponent for Polish armoured personnel characters, such as the Wolverine. According to unofficial data, there are already about 3,500 soldiers stationed in the village of Sel, although according to Ukrainian border guards, there may be many more mercenaries.
Nie jest wykluczone, że
It is not out of the question that the Russian-Belarusian plan is to destabilize the situation on the border and create a situation in which it will be necessary to react very quickly. After a failed putsch allegedly took place in Russia in late June, Wagner mercenary troops, along with their leader, Yevgeny Prigozhin, moved to Belarus.
W trakcie tej wojny
In the course of this war, he has shown that he is not a great, powerful leader before whom everyone should bow their heads. Only in the case of Ukraine, they put up a valiant resistance, and it turned out that Putin can also be a weak politician. On Sunday, the Belarusian president met the leader of the Kremlin regime. During the conversation, Lukashenko suggested to Putin that the Wagner troops fancy a trip to Poland. The Wagner guys have started to stress, allow us to go to the west. I said, why do you need to go to the west? We're silently watching what is going on. Well, we'll go for a sightseeing tour to Warsaw and Rzeszów. Rzeszów is unpopular among them. Just a few days ago, the Belarusian army began exercises near the Polish border. Mercenaries from the Wagner group participated as instructors in the training, which took place at a training ground near Brest. We must keep our finger on the pulse. We have to check satellite images. Nevertheless, we have units that have reinforced the forces in the Podlasha region. We should expect more, a hybrid attack, of which Lukashenko already has experience. In view of the threat, the Ministry of Defense has decided to reinforce the troops stationed in the east. In 2023, Poland will allocate about 4% of its GDP to finance the military and purchase modern military equipment. We are getting more soldiers. This is faster than last year's plans. We now have 175,000 soldiers in uniform. Also, I'm talking about the territorial defense forces. At a NATO summit in July, member states approved the first defense plan for a Russian invasion since the Cold War.
Our alliance with Poland is strong. Poland is a NATO member, of course, and we will defend, if necessary, every inch of NATO territory.
According to preliminary assumptions on implementing Article 5 of the North Atlantic Treaty, the alliance is to be prepared to deploy up to 100,000 troops within 10 days of an attack on any member country.